take a look right there. What does that say? That says 1 p.m. 30% chance of rain. This is what you call 30% chance of rain in Florida. Well, today hasn't been so great because of the weather, but I do have some good news. That car, that white car is now Deanna's. Well, it's going to be. We woke up early this morning to go look at it. It wasn't right for me to bring the camera with me. But we went and looked at it, test drove it. She really likes it. We got a good price for it. I mean, a really good price for it. So Monday she's gonna go to the bank, get the money, and she has another car. And then she'll, I guess, let her dad sell the other car or something, I don't know. I'm gonna come out here, clippers, and clip those things, I'm serious. Well, late last night also, I made a decision. Let me explain the decision. Okay, I mentioned that I had something that I thought of last night, and that is true, but that's not what I want to get into at the moment. I didn't think this was going to be here so quick. I mentioned last vlog that I had something coming that was going to be a complete game changer, and that's true. This is going to be a huge game changer. Not only, it's not so much for here. Like, I'm going to practice it with this, but it's meant for Sims. There's a lot of new stuff that I'm going to be doing for Sims, and I had to have this to, like, I didn't have to, but we wouldn't have achieved the look that we want without this or something in this nature. And we wanted it to be relatively cheap, because there's just no point of spending like over $1,000 on something like this. So let me show you. So what this is, it's a glide cam. It's a glide cam HD 2000, and this is a Manfrotto quick release plate. This is a steady cam. It gives you that real butter smooth footage. You can get an automated gimbal powered, but to get a really good one, they're quite expensive, and I don't want to start with something that expensive. I also was gonna get like the Devin Graham series of this because it was smart and it kind of made sense, but of how easy it was. But I figured maybe we should start on a little bit cheaper end, and then if it's something that we end up being really good at, well, I end up being really good at, and it's something that we like, then we can go with a more expensive version. But for now, we'll have this set up. Alright, so I got the weights on it. Now, on the top here, loosen this guy. This top plate is called a cheese plate. And you can hook the camera directly up to this, but the only thing is, every time that you want to take the camera on and off, you have to take this plate off, and that's just not smart. So what they recommend you do is you buy this Manfrotto. You don't have to get a Manfrotto plate, but it's a quick release plate that you pop off like so. And it's just so you can take the camera on and off. Okay, so it's definitely not that easy to balance. I think what's kind of screwing me is that quick release plate on top of that cheese plate. I had to get that lever thing to work. I had to move it just about almost all the way to the side. If I can come over one line of holes, it would probably make it a little bit easier. But it seems to be pretty stable. So you can come out like this, and it's stable. So the plan is I'm going to take you outside and try to see what I can work out.
so full of desperation. I can barely stand the rotation. I can hardly start to speak. I'm weak.
This thing takes precise engineering to stabilize it, but once you figure it out, it's not that bad. Freaking holding that Steadicam makes this thing seem like a freaking feather. I used to thought, like, at first when I first got this, I was like, man, it's kind of heavy. Pfft, this ain't squat to that thing. That guy is pretty heavy. It's so freaking funny how light this thing feels now compared to that other rig, but my arm is tired. I've been playing with it off camera, just how fast can I balance it and just different movements and stuff. My arm is exhausted, so I think I'm done for the day with it. Probably pick it back up tomorrow. Just check out this sky for a second. Like, this is mind-blowing. Look at that. I mean, you had to know I was already capturing it, because you just don't let that pass by. You just don't. So the other announcement I wanted to talk about was going back to eating healthy. Like, I eat pretty good, but I don't eat perfect like I used to, and tracking and everything else. I'll go more in detail in a minute, but here's my dinner. Don't criticize me for this chicken. I have chicken to cook. It's just frozen, and I don't... Tomorrow I'm going to cook it. So for now, chicken. Which the macros are good on this anyway, so it's no big deal. Some dressing. Again, I could go better, but the macros in that, it's not bad. I could easily make it fit, so I'm not worried about it. Fat-free cheddar. And spinach. Lots and lots of spinach. Trusty food scale. I mean, that food scale hung out every day, all day. And that's how it's going to be now.
I feel the past.